Hi, everyone. I'm just going to wait maybe another minute or two to give people an opportunity to join.
Hey, I had a quick question while we're waiting, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
I think my name fell off the distribution list for the MSA meetings, and so who do I need to talk to make sure it's still on there?
You can talk to me.
Oh, perfect.
So you never got this afternoon. I sent out a reminder, and then maybe about 4 days ago, I sent out an email about this meeting. It was just a summary of what we were going to talk about, and a couple attachments about fundraisers and things. You never got that?
I believe so. I don't think I've gotten them for a couple months, like since August.
No. Okay. So you definitely fell off the list because in addition to sending out the notifications, we send out the minutes, and then we send out information about upcoming fundraisers and things like that. So would you mind putting your email in the chat?
Yeah.
With your student's name as well, so that I can make sure you're in my Google contacts correctly?
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Keith. Shanda, I see you're on, and I was just texting you. So since we're not getting started yet, I'm just going to let you know I forwarded you the email. The subject line is lots of info, and it's the minutes that are from the last meeting, and they're in the body of the email. So if you want to turn it into a PDF, then we can put it on the Facebook page.
Cool. Okay, I will post it. I wasn't sure if that was from our, yeah, awesome. Thank you.
It was from the last meeting. Yep, sure.
Okay.
And we're still waiting for a few of our board members. So I'm just going to hold out for a couple more minutes here. Mr. Brandt, do you know if Ms. Lindbergh is coming to the meeting? You're muted.
I do not know.
Okay.
I told her about it today. I told her and Ray, there's a meeting tonight.
Yeah. I know she has a lot going on. I was just curious because Lisa wants to make sure that we discuss Sisters in STEM. And so I'll have Lisa talk about that because I know she's been part of that planning if Ms. Lindbergh's not able to be on.
Got it. I can.
Hi, Lisa.
Hey, how are you?
Good, nice to see you.
Yeah, good to see everybody.
Oh, I see everybody here. Okay. I don't know. My Zoom is looking a little bit strange right now. I can only see 6 people at a time, but that's all good. Okay, so do we want to go ahead and get started?
It doesn't look like
I'm not sure
anyone else
exactly.
is trying to get in.
Okay, so 6:04. So we'll go ahead and get started. So thank you everyone for coming. Thank you, Mr. Brand, and our board members. I know I can see that we have Lisa and Shanda and Katie and Melanie, and I'm sure Kristen will be on here shortly. Most of what's on the agenda tonight is updates from various people here. I've got the agenda here on my phone, so excuse me for looking down. First thing I wanted to talk about was upcoming events. So we're planning a teacher appreciation lunch, which of course the teachers are in dire need of appreciation right now. So as hard as it is for the parents, of course, you can all imagine how difficult all this is for the teachers. So we did have a breakfast for them, and they loved it. The MSA provided Einstein's bagels and fruit and yogurt, and we donated a Keurig to them. I was very surprised to see that they did not have a properly working coffee pot in the teacher's lounge. So we donated a Keurig to them and a big box of Keurig pods, and some of the members are, some of the members of the board are periodically just running to Costco and getting boxes of Keurig coffee for the teachers. So we're supporting them in that way with their caffeine. We're also trying to show them how much we appreciate them by hosting a lunch next Friday, so the last day of school. And we're working with Lucy's, not just teachers, but the entire staff will be providing Lucy's lunch for. And we are going to be doing that. So we do a teacher appreciation lunch every December. And generally it's pretty easy because we set it up as a sign up genius, and people will just sign up. I'll bring a pasta salad, and I'll bring, something that people can share. But given the situation with COVID, we have to do individually packaged meals for the teachers. So what we have decided to do is go with Lucy's and do catering. And so each of the teachers will have an individual box that will have like a sandwich and a little side. And then we're also going to set up a sign up genius asking for people to bring drinks, and maybe go to Costco and get those big boxes of individually packaged Sun Chips or whatever kind of chips that are individually packaged. And same with desserts. Like what I did when I did the breakfast with Einstein's is I got muffins, for example, from Costco, and I cut them, those muffins are gigantic. I cut them in half or in thirds, and I put everything in Ziploc bags so that people could just grab and go. Einstein's was kind enough to do the same thing. Like every bagel was in its own separate packaging. So there will be a Sign Up Genius coming out. I'm explaining this because when you look at the Sign Up Genius, you may be thinking, what am I supposed to do here? But for example, an item on the Sign Up Genius is going to be individually packaged cookies. So for example, if you were to go to Costco and get the big giant thing of chocolate chip cookies, you could wash your hands thoroughly and put each of the cookies in an individual Ziploc bag. And then the sandwich will be provided, and then the teachers can grab chips and grab a drink. And honestly, they were so appreciative about the breakfast. I just think it means a lot to them to know that, we recognize that they're exhausted and going through so much right now, and we really appreciate them. So another thing that I put in the email last month is if you could just send out a quick we appreciate all they're doing. And on that topic, another thing that we have been doing, Mr. Brandt, Kristen is waiting to get in.
I have tried to admit them all, but I don't know.
Looks like they're coming now. They're on now.
No.
So another thing that that we've done that's been totally spearheaded by Lisa and Steve. So thank you guys. Is these air purifiers to help make the teachers' classrooms a safer environment. And many of our families have been phenomenal to help contribute to that. So we've been able to get a number of air purifiers into the teachers' classroom. So Lisa, if you wouldn't mind speaking to that a little bit, that'd be great.
I would love to do that. First, I want to thank everybody who's helped with that, both the Booster Club itself that donated the $500 and the parents, the individual parents who've donated to that. I cannot begin to tell you how much the teachers and the administration appreciate everything we're doing with this. As you all know, it's a pretty scary time, and certainly our teachers are feeling that. And just to know that we're all out there and that we care has made a profound difference to them. I get so many thanks from the teachers for this, and from the administration too, but from the teachers just saying thank you so much for trying to help to keep us a little safer. Thanks to their thanks are pushed to you guys. They want you to know how much.
Everyone is frozen.
Be as okay. Well, first, for anybody that doesn't know this, obviously one of the biggest things with this particular virus is, now that everyone recognizes that or has confirmed that it is airborne, one of the biggest risk factors is, of course, everybody breathing each other's air. If you have someone that is potentially infected, beyond what the schools have done, which is to reconfigure with better filtering the actual air venting in the schools. One of the things that can be done is to have individual air cleaners in teachers' rooms. The best kinds of cleaners are cleaners that provide both HEPA filters, which is the highly, very, very high filtering for particulates, as well as a particular type of UVC generally, unit within the air cleaner itself, pocketed inside the air cleaner, that continues to destroy virus as it cleans the air. One of the problems with those units is they can be expensive, but it is possible to find them at a pretty decent price. When we first looked to do this, we found originally that there were many air cleaners of the right value, price performance available. But as soon as the CDC officially notified that this was an airborne virus, all the air cleaners, went off the market. So there was a span. We were lucky. We had purchased a little bit earlier than most folks were looking to do. In our initial order, we ordered, I think it was 16 the first time around, and so we were able to populate to our school right away, which was very good. We can't say for sure that is definitively, the one factor, but it certainly is helping. So what we do is we purchase these units at around $100-ish, 100 to 120, depending on what the market has. We know the particular units. Steve happens to be someone who has worked very closely all his years in the sciences with air quality in the space labs and so on. So, we leaned on his expertise to make sure that we were getting units that have a good reputation, do what they're supposed to do. And again, we've been able to find, generally speaking, these units for around $100 to $120 a pop, which is nothing when it comes to safety, obviously. So they just, teachers, we talk to them about roughly what the best way is to lay out the units in their rooms, to make sure they're getting the best airflow and not, say, blowing air onto any individual, that kind of thing. And then they run them during the day. It's up to them whether they run them at night. It's a good idea if they can do it, but if they don't, they're at least running them as soon as they come in the mornings. We certainly use them here at the house. I would recommend them to anybody, to tell you the truth. If you are trying to be as safe as you can. If you have any risk factors in your families, it's a good idea. And we're happy to share the information on the brand that we've selected and the particular units if anyone has an interest, personally to purchase them for themselves.
Thank you, Lisa. So if you were interested in donating, then you can just email the Saguaro MSA email and let us know. That can be done easily through Venmo or PayPal or a check or however you want to. And as well, if you don't have Lisa's email address, but you're interested in just finding more information out about it so that you can get it for yourself, then let us know and we'll pass that information along to her. So the next thing on the agenda is that I wanted to talk a little bit about the Innovation Center, which is so awesome. They had a ribbon cutting a few weeks ago, and I would like Mr. Brandt to talk a little bit about how that went and when the kiddos are going to be able to get in there, because I know they're very excited to get their hands on all the equipment in there and see what kinds of things they're going to be able to do. So, Mr. Brandt? Are you there? Okay, Mr. Brandt might be MIA for a minute here.
No,
Oh, there you are.
There he
I'm
is.
here.
You were on mute.
Okay.
Okay.
The ribbon cutting, which was organized by Susan Lindberg, thank you very much, Susan, went really well. We tried to limit it to 50 people. It went a little bigger than that. We tried to do social distancing, and we put out a lot of tables, and most people just stood around and grabbed their lunch and went. But everyone really liked the facility. We didn't have a single thing. Well, we had a couple little things that came, but the facility was just the facility. Now the facility has about 50% of the stuff from the robotics area is in there, and we're slowly moving it over. We've gotten a little bit more equipment in. And we're still waiting for our furniture. We're still waiting for our compressor. We're still waiting for our phone. Can't bring any kids in until we have a phone in the area. And so they're still working on it. They put in last week, they put in the cabinets in the print lab, and they're really nice. We got the robotics carpet down and taped down. And so now there's actually robots on the carpet, and there's game pieces there as of today. So Mrs. Lindberg and I have been working hard on moving stuff over and starting to organize stuff, but we're just kind of putting stuff on the shelf, and we'll let the kids, organize the way they want as soon as we can have the kids, which we're hoping soon. I got to let in somebody. And so we're really excited. It's coming along, but we're not there yet. Our main machine, the big expensive CNC machine, doesn't come until January 15th. Our vertical horizontal bandsaw we plugged in, and fire came out of it, and so they're coming to pick that up and send it back so we can get a new one. So it's been a challenge, lots of fun, but some kids have come and visited. Yesterday, we took a group of freshmen through that expressed interest that they wanted to see it after school. So we're really excited to get the kids in there. We need desks and chairs first, but I emailed Dennis Railer today to see what the timeline is on the rest of it. I anticipate that a lot of stuff will come in over Christmas break, and I'll have to spend a lot of time there.
Thank you. It looks incredible. Susan, I was hoping that you might be able to talk a little bit about Sisters in STEM. I know that the date has jumped around a little bit, and it's definitely a unique challenge to try to plan it virtually, but I think I saw you jump on here. I don't know. I'm sorry. I can't see all the Zoom people at one time.
I'm here.
Okay, awesome. Okay.
Yes, so actually moving into the Innovation Center, Mr. Brandt has been really the instigator on that one. Excellent job. Um, Sisters in STEM, we just had a meeting and finalized a date, which will be Friday, January 22nd. The 23rd is the Cyber Patriots competition, so we're assuming that that will be on a Saturday. They can pick Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, but not too many people have been available on Friday, so we're hoping that that one will be on Saturday also. I guess it's going to be now. So some of those kids can participate also. Natalie has been an awesome leader and has pegged down the different curriculums, the different kinds of activities we're going to do. She has set up a meeting with some Dr. S from New York who saw the Sisters in STEM website and sent out an email and said that's right up her wheelhouse and she'd like to get involved. And so Wednesday's meeting is going to be see how much she wants to get involved. So that's pretty exciting. Back to the air purifiers, I want to say there were quite a few emails flying around thanking the MSA boosters for those, and I believe the coffee machine also. So back to Sisters in STEM, we're still doing some planning and about to send out, I'm going to wait until after Thursday to send out a request for more volunteers because we want them to volunteer for Thursday's event, which is our Finals 101. And it's all looking good. It's all falling into place.
Yeah, I'll throw in my 2 cents on this one too. For anyone that doesn't know, Sisters in STEM, it is one of our signature things we do in the MSA. And while it started, pretty small, we just had 3 of our students that were interested in trying to promote STEM to little girls. It has become a hub for so much that we do. Sisters in STEM is really the thing that got us in everything that we have now with the cyber activity. The people see the website, people get interested. This person from New York, as Susan had said, with the Society of Women Engineers, the national organization, they're finding us through Sisters in STEM, and then we get the chance to articulate with them what happens with the MSA. It's been a fundamental factor in what is going on now with the MSA. So anybody who can that can have a student volunteer, we're going to need them. It's going to be different because it'll be online. We've done quite a bit of the cyber things online, and it's complicated to manage, and we're going to need a lot of coordinating. So we strongly encourage the kids to get involved. It's going to be a ton of fun. The stations that Natalie has chosen are going to be great, and the chance to get online with these kids and show them what STEM's all about is not to be missed. So highly recommend it. We need you. We need your kids. So any volunteers we can get, we'd love to have them.
Thank you, Lisa. And Susan, a couple more upcoming things that you just touched on. One, which is the study sessions that are coming up this week. So I'm going a little bit out of order of my agenda, but since you mentioned it, I'd like you to talk about that, as well as the White Elephant gift exchange, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay, so this Thursday is the Finals 101, and for the last couple of years, we've done a Finals 101 class, kind of a session for freshmen, because they've never had to take a final before, and it's, intimidating and scary, and they don't know what it's about. They don't know how to prepare. So we had our students, we did some research, students did research and found out, techniques that how your brain learns and how your brain remembers things. And so they made a slideshow about, you need to get sleep because you can't remember things, and this is how you should apply yourself. It's not like a cram session that won't last very long. You need to do a little bit every day. So there's a lot of strategies involved with studying. This year, it's not going to be traditional. A lot of the tests are not going to be traditional tests, but still kids might have to take a traditional final in May or next year, the year after, and it's just comforting. Plus, it's a social event. The kids can talk to other kids in their grade and see that other kids are in the same boat as them. So we are having a main session for 30 minutes where our kids are going to give a presentation on, how the brain learns and, strategies. And then we'll go into, split them up into freshmen and sophomores. And the freshmen will go in one breakout room, sophomores in another, and then we'll rotate the teachers in, as well as some past students who can give their insight on, what was helpful for them to take a test, and they remember their first test, just things that might be comforting and helpful and supportive of the freshmen who are taking tests. As well as a teacher will be in there who makes the test, or this year they might be giving a project. So, they may be talking about, these are some key concepts that you need to understand for next semester, even though we're not having a big, 100-question final. These are key things that you need to know. Like in chemistry, you really need to know the setup of the periodic table. So there's, some review to be done on that. Have a little fun maybe with some Kahoots or punctuation and grammar and how that can change your sentence structure. So we'll have the 3 cohort classes. We'll have English honors, then they'll move on to biology honors, and then I think it's the last one is going to be geotrig. So it's 30 minutes for each session. Not enough time to study fully for a test if they're having a test, but enough to get them involved and see other kids and socialize and see they're not in, they're in the same boat as everybody else. Just to support them, have a little fun.
That's awesome. Thank you. And in addition, there's kind of a social holiday kind of event coming up, right? With the White Elephant?
Right. This is the kids thing, the white elephant. They think it's fun. We've had a couple of years we've done this, I think. They bring in something wrapped and wrap it really nice, and it could be something kind of funny or silly, and you can steal, I'm not sure the rules they're following this year, but you can steal somebody's gift 3 times. After that, it can't be stolen. It's going to be a little different this year. It'll be online. So it'll be, I'm not sure exactly how this is going to work out, but Ben Nearing is the one that's in charge of this, and he has it all worked out. He thinks it's going to work great, and I'm sure it will, because he's a very strategic thinker. But they're going to have something, and then unwrap it if you pick their gift, and it'll be displayed in a slideshow, and somebody can steal it, and then when it's all done and said, they can come pick up their gift in the Math and Science Academy room if they're on campus. Otherwise, it'll be waiting for them. And this year it's a re-gift. It's $5 or under. We don't want to send anybody out to the store, so it's something that they can re-gift. And, it's just, again, more about just being social. You don't have to bring a gift. You don't have to do that to participate. Last year we had a lot of kids who were just watching and having a great time. So either way, you bring something or you don't, you can still participate. And that was stressed in the email today that was sent out. And that's Monday the 14th, 2:30 or 3:30. I can't remember what the time was. I just sent out the email.
Hi, this is Swati here. I just saw that email, White Elephant sign up. When I click on the link or click on open in forms button, it says permission. You need permission to.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. There were 2 links. One was pasted in that was very long, and then the little blue box Did they both not work?
Yes, they both gave the same problem.
Okay. All right.
So
So
is it
I
for parents or kids? I mean, this because I'm a parent and I'm trying to sign in. Did it give me that error or just for the students? How it is?
it's probably, were you on a Gmail?
Yes.
Okay. I did not make those links, so I will have to go back to Ben and ask him to go back and look at his permissions and clear that up. Thank you. I will talk to him.
Swati, did you, is Arohi your daughter?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Has she tried to sign up yet? Do you know?
No, I don't think so. I'm not sure. I need to check with her.
Yeah, let us know if she can try, and then at least we'd know right off if it's a parent to student thing. That would be kind of nice to know.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to actually, can you guys hear me? It's saying I have a weak internet connection.
Yes.
Okay. I'll hop on here and see also if I'm able to get on, because I was going to say the same. Maybe it's a Gmail thing, but if you were on Gmail, that's strange. So
There is something going on with our internet. I got back 30 returned emails that said could not be delivered to these addresses, and they were SUSD GApps addresses. So there was an update going on today. I saw that. I don't know.
Susan, I tried to just email you and it bounced back too. You were the only one of the group.
okay, and I just tried to open the white elephant and it says that I need permission.
Okay.
So maybe if Ben or whoever created that can send that out from a non-Gmail or a non-SUSD account.
I will ask him to change his permission, to check and change his permissions first.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. It's probably internal right now to SUSD versus being external. All he needs to do is change the permissions and it should be fine.
Thank you. I don't know very much about technology. Thank you, Kristen. Okay, so I'm trying to think if there was something else. Oh, I know what I was going to say, just kind of piggybacking on the social event. Another thing that we talked about as board members at the meeting last week is that we are going to try to put together just some little kind of event over the winter break that's, you know, like a holiday trivia Kahoot kind of thing, as well as we were talking about the awesome things to do in our community and some of the Christmas light displays that are out there from Saguaro students. I was watching the morning news last week, and they were featuring a family that decks their house out, and it was one of our MSA students in his MSA and his Saguaro shirt and his Saguaro hat, and talking about wanting to do great things for the community. And it's a lot of the same families that do the neat haunted houses. So there's some really neat light displays to drive around and see, which I guess is a safe thing to do right now. And then we also thought that doing some kind of holiday question game would be fun. So that's just kind of piggybacking on the social aspect that we were just talking about. And then Melanie, if you don't mind, I'm going out of order here again, but I'm thinking social. So Melanie, do you mind just popping in and talking about how Lucy's went? We had the fundraiser on Saturday. The owner of Lucy's at the Grove is actually a Saguaro grad, which is cool. And very excited to be working with Saguaro on various endeavors like our teacher appreciation that we're doing and our fundraiser that we did on Saturday. So Melanie, you want to just kind of do a wrap up of Saturday's event and let us know the upcoming social fundraising activities?
So to know the projected fundraisers, it takes a little bit, but I'll talk about Crumble. So the month before in November, we did Crumble. We just got the check last night. And which is so cute. When I went to pick up the check, they gave my kids free cookies. So I thought that was so cute. But so Crumble, we made $125 just from one night at Crumble on the day that they picked. Then Saturday from 12 to 4, we had our Lucy's fundraisers, and it seemed pretty busy. People, and what was really cool is they were letting us, anything that you buy counted. so 15% of even like gifts purchases in their little gift shop went to MSA. And when we went to pick up the check at Crumble, the student working there happened to be an MSA grad. So I think that's so cute. And so he saw that, he said, "Oh, you're MSA, you get free cookies." And then he's from the owner. And then he said, I graduated from Saguaro and I was an MSA student. He's an ASU student. His name's Felipe, and he's a business major. So that was really cute. So I'm really excited to hear the feedback from Lucy's. It seemed crowded, so I don't know if they were all there for MSA, but we definitely recruited, had some people, and there was definitely teenagers there. So I'm hopeful, like when they open at night, we can do a longer event, because I do think the weeknight is going to be more successful. I'm just not sure. So I'll report back when I know more. And then the next one, I was trying to upload the flyer, but I was on my phone and then it's not uploading to the chat, but we'll send it out by email. We have Jason's Deli coming up at Fauché in Scottsdale on January 20th, and 15% of the fundraising will go to MSA, 15% of proceeds.
And these fundraisers are really great because, I mean, even I know with like Chipotle and with Fired Pie, we made around $200. And just to kind of put that in perspective, the breakfast that we had for all of the teachers, where we got 100 bagels and coffee and all these different things, ended up being $160 total. So, these fundraisers they give us the ability to do something like that. So same with the air purifier. So we made enough basically at Crumble that we could buy a teacher an air purifier with that money. So and it's neat to be plugged into the community, and it is fun that you have been to these places several times and then you realize, oh, you're Saguaro people, and they're so happy to help. So I look forward to Jason's Deli, and I think we should do Lucy's again. So thank you, Melanie. And Katie, do you want to give us a quick treasury update and then talk a little bit about the tax?
Yes, sorry, I had to run away there a second. My cat was about to eat our scones on the counter. So, okay, yes, so we currently, the general fund is at about $7,300, and our general fund is where all of these great supports that we provide for our community, that's where it all comes from, for our teacher luncheons, for the air purifiers, some of which has come from direct donations from parents specifying. At the very beginning, I know that they put out there, if you would like to support the air purifiers for teachers, you can do Zelle. We do have PayPal now as well. And of course, a check. Just put in the notes, I believe they both have a notes section. Say that you'd like it specifically to go towards supporting air purifiers for our teachers. If you have any questions about how to do Zelle or PayPal, put it in the chat, or you can always. I also I don't know if everybody on here is on Facebook. I know not everybody has it, or on our MSA Facebook page. I did post today the link to tax credit donations. It's the end of the year, and a lot of times people start thinking about tax credits. I know that a lot of people know you can support sports and clubs, but you can support the general MSA program as well. And I did put that link in there. It's actually, there's a tax credit link on the home landing page of SUSD under, I can't remember if it was like quick links or popular links. It's at the very bottom there. And if you click, they have pretty good directions on how you can make tax credit donations. We
Also,
really
sorry,
appreciate.
Just to jump in on the email that y'all received on Thursday with the notification about this meeting had an attachment that was the directions and the form if you want to do a check and all the specifics as well. And if you don't have that anymore and you want to just send me an email.
And in addition to emailing us questions about how to do any of this, I also do try and check, as does Shanda, the Facebook page pretty regularly too. And, you know, usually one of us will get back to you in about 24 hours. If you have questions about how to do the tax credit, another thing that I put there was, especially this year with COVID, people are online shopping like crazy. I'm sure everybody's Amazon is being very well used this year. I know I'm getting a lot of my holiday shopping done that way. And Amazon Smile, every little bit adds up. We get a check from them quarterly. So please, if you can, connect your Amazon Smile accounts to Math and Science Academy. You know, and you don't have to be, you know, if you have a sibling who doesn't have, you know, a cause that they want to support, you know, let your parents or siblings and aunts and uncles and everybody connect it. It's really like a super easy way to help out. Also connect your Fry's cards. If you log into Fry's, there's a community rewards section where you can click on and then designate who you want the rewards to go to. I can also post further directions about how to do that on Facebook, or again, put that in the chat or email us. We can help you do that. We also get quarterly checks from Fry's. And like both Melanie and Ashley have said, every little bit really adds up, you know, so we get these quarterly checks and they're really great little ways to pump up our funds so that we can provide supports. Membership drive at the beginning of the year did fantastic. We had lots of people send in their $25 membership for their student. If there's anybody who hasn't done that yet, or who has maybe more recently joined and become in contact with the program and with all the emails, you know, please let me know the best and easiest way for you to make your membership donation. It is suggested. We know not everybody's able to do it, but we do appreciate, you know, Math and Science Academy does a lot for our students too. It's, you know, not just supporting our teachers, but it's all the extra things that we do to support our students, like the study sessions and the socials, which I think through COVID have really been very, very beneficial for a lot of students. It's a great way to keep them connected with one another. So I think that's about it. Again, any questions about any of that stuff, just email that soaromsa@gmail.com. I check that every other day or so. Any questions or anything else?
Thank you so much, Katie.
Okay.
I just want to point out a couple of the things in the chat, just in case there are people that are on that aren't looking at the chat. So it looks like the white elephant form will open with your student will be able to open it if they're checking their SUSD email. So the link will open in their email. And then let's see, we have that the Jason's Deli fundraiser will be January 20th. And then there were some questions about the study sessions for finals, and those will be via Zoom. And then the last thing that I wanted to have either Ms. Lindberg or Mr. Brandt address is the PSAT. I know that we've visited that topic at every meeting briefly, but I think it's, you know, important to people and they want to understand what's going on this year since things are so strange. So are we still looking at January 26th for the PSAT? And is there any update on what that's going to look like?
There is no update. We're still planning a in-person PSAT with the kids spread throughout the whole school. You'll have to come in to take it. So even those kids that are on EDL, we may all be on EDL at that point, who knows? At this point, they're planning on having it at school. They're planning on utilizing all the teachers for the sophomores and the juniors that are going to take it. I have suggested that, you know, if if it becomes very difficult, that we only have our juniors and we do our sophomores with a practice test on our own later. So if it gets really to the point where we can't do it, but there is no accommodation right now, because I've asked the question, is there going to be accommodation for a kid who is quarantined? And they do not have that set up either. So, and the ACT, I sent you some stuff on the ACT. It's still the same date. It's still in person. There is no change to that either. So, oh, and you mentioned the trivia, and our STEM kids are trying to set up the trivia, and the target date is the 23rd, which is during break. And they're going to do some kind of a combination of like a Google Meets with Kahoots, and then put the trivia questions in and do teams of kids. So we're trying to have the kids set that up, and I think they'll be able to do that, and it'll just be a social thing, and we're opening that up to the whole school, sponsored by MSA Kids, but open to all Saguaro students.
Okay, thank you. And then you just mentioned that the ACT date has not changed. So just for the families who are not aware, that's March 2nd. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And then that's all I have. So if there are any questions, concerns, people that want to chime in about anything?
You know, maybe Susan talked about this. I kind of stepped away for a second, Susan, I'm sorry, when you were talking. But if not, I just wanted to mention that the Cyber Patriot kids had their first competition this month, and they did so great. We are so proud of them. We had the 4 teams. I think everybody knows that. And they placed really well. All the teams did great. I'm so proud of those kids. And I think they're just totally jazzed about it now. So they have, I think, a couple more rounds that happen, Susan. I don't know the timing this year, but that was just first round, right?
There are 3 rounds. Yeah, the second round is, everybody goes on to the second round, and that is on January 22nd. And then there's tiers. And actually one of our teams was in that top tier already, and that was first round, so they've been practicing, and I just think they're gonna skyrocket right up to the top. But either way, they're having a good time, and Jake is doing a fabulous job organizing the material.
Yeah, he truly is, and all the students have just really plunged into it so wonderfully, and we owe a tremendous debt of gratitude to you, Susan, and to Scott as well for being there and mentoring these kids. So just wow, I just think you all are amazing on this one. So very happy to see that happening.
I just have one more thing. I did get a text message and an email from Ray Miller saying that he had some family things going on tonight and wasn't able to come. I just want to let you know Ray Miller is working on the AP Capstone, which is a program where they do some research and some seminar, and we're working on adding that as a component to the Math and Science Academy. And so we found out, it's due tomorrow, our request and everything, and we're going to put it in for grade 10 through 12 starting next year. And so that's an outstanding program, and students will be able to do that in lieu of doing a field experience if they like, but it's just another opportunity for our kids. And we have kids out there over break too, doing field experiences in the field. We're so happy for them. We have 2 kids going to actuarial. We have a kid doing veterinary medicine. So they're starting to open up and let them in. So that's great.
That's very cool. Thank you. Does anybody else have any questions or items they'd like to discuss? Okay, so remind your student about the white elephant And be on the lookout for a sign up genius that will be out by the end of the week about the teacher appreciation luncheon, because we would really love some help and support from parents on that one. And I hope everyone is well and hanging in there. And I know the teachers especially are looking forward to the break. So thank you all for joining us tonight. And again, take care. Good to see everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. Okay, Jake just, I'm sorry, Jake. Ben just updated the permissions, so he said it would work out better. But I told him that the kids are getting in, it's just the parents.
Hey guys, just wanted to say thanks for everything. I hope you're both doing well. So thanks for everything you're doing.
Chris is working overtime, moving. I'm just
Moving.
sitting there on my computer, and he's up there trying to lift these 5,000-pound pieces of machinery.
What? No.
Ask
Not
for
with
some help.
not with your shoulders, Chris. You don't get to do that. See, you're muted. This is good. We can mute him.
I did get all the machinery over. It's
Wow.
all over. So
That's great.
it's I would say we're at least 60% of that room is over now.
That's great.
I haven't started bringing my stuff and the MSA stuff and all those lights and everything.
We still need to get to the shelving, and we need to do a lot of things before we can actually bring everything over.
Yeah.
So,
But isn't it wonderful to be starting? I mean,
it
yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
yeah.
So anyway, it was great seeing you all, and thanks for coming. And I'm going to end the meeting and stop the recording, and we'll see y'all later.
Take care, guys.
Bye.